your second part of your question was what?
I was gonna say, so I'm under the impression, and I'm kind of semi-confused, because I was under the impression that that this $4,000 was gonna fund two things. I'm under the impression that it was gonna fund this flyer or a flyer of this sort, and that we were gonna have a second one talking about the March elections, because of next March of 16 elections, because hey, guys, that's 9 months from now, and hey, we're gonna take the money, we're gonna do this, we're gonna send a flyer here in June, beginning of July, we're gonna take this $4,000, and we're gonna hope to hell, excuse the language, that people see this thing coming in July, and remember we're gonna have a March election.
Well, Brian, again, this flyer is twofold. It's to notify them that we have open positions right now. Okay?
Right.
That's exactly what it's designed for. And then to give them a heads up that in March we're going to have an election. Now, next year, will we have another flyer that goes out? The board may possibly approve that.
Oh.
But as of right now, this motion right here is for a flyer to be created and distributed before the end of this fiscal year for the positions that are open, and to give them an advance notice that, hey, next March, we're going to be having an election. Yes, Will?
Come up to the podium, because I like this podium. It's totally cool. It's got picture books right here. Sometimes pictures are worth 1,000 words. First thing I want to say is I will disagree with the previous speaker and state that whatever you can do, as soon as you can do it, to get the word out that this neighborhood council exists and that you have openings is a great thing. To tell them about the elections now is absolutely imperative, because I believe the deadline for them to put in their application to run for the March election is December the 15th or January the 15th. In any case, it's coming up quick. But as you think about this piece, really think about your elections. If you are going to require identification to vote in certain categories, for example, if you have a property seat and only property owners can vote for that property owner seat or something of that nature, make sure that people understand what proof they have to bring in order to vote for that category. In the case of another board that I'm a member of, that I go to, you had to have a copy of your grant deed or your mortgage statement with the address to your house in order to be able to vote. So as you prepare this piece, I really hope that it is committee vetted, and that I believe that you should give every single ounce of dollars that you have to an election campaign, and getting the word out about the existence of the neighborhood council. So I'm fully in support of this, and I'd actually like to see you making $5,000, because I don't think $4,000 is enough. I'll do what we want to do. And include in it, if you haven't done so, an assessment survey. Every neighborhood council is required to do a self-assessment survey according to the citywide plan for neighborhood councils. Some of them, I've reminded of this requirement in the neighborhood plan, and they are getting it done, or working on getting it done. Some of them a little behind schedule, but better that it does, because this is asking your stakeholders to give their opinion on how you're doing. And that hopefully will make you a better board. Thank you.
Thank you, Will. All right, with that, if there's no further discussion, I'm going to call for a vote. So for item 11,
No amendment, nobody's not going to
funding
raise
up
it?
to $4,000 for an outreach election mailer. Tom Johnson, yes. Glenn Wilson,
Yes.
Debbie Rankin,
Yes.
Debbie Penman,
Yes.
John Ma,
Yes.
Freddie Mac, Alex Orozco,
Yes.
Colleen Pick,
Yes.
Pamela Gentry, Peter Lasky,
Yes.
Stephen Koch.
Yes.
Motion passes. Item 12, discussion of motion to approve recommendation of the Webmaster Ad Hoc Committee of Wendy Moore as the new NWNC Webmaster. Steve, it's your motion. Colleen,
Yes.
your motion?
Steve wants to be.
Okay, Steve's going to make the motion. Is there a second?
Oh, I'll second.
Okay.
I'd love it.
With that, I've basically empowered the ad hoc committee, and I want to let them present their presentation for all their hard work. I want to thank them for all their hard work and let them present their findings.
Okay, what we did is we looked at our, a little bit of background. Most of you are aware, but maybe not all of you, that Dunn has kind of told us we have to get rid of our present webmaster. For whatever reason, they have gave us a list of 10 webmasters to choose from. He was not on it, so therefore, we reviewed, since we were changing to a new webmaster, we decided it's a good time to review our current website and see what we wanted to do with it, if it was okay the way it was or not. And we decided basically it was all right, but we wanted to change its overall, the visual effect that you get when you look at it, and make it a little more interactive. And we wanted to include 2 new areas that either aren't there or are being underutilized. One is more social media and having that a little bit more pronounced. But another one we wanted right up on top is a hot button issue area, so that people can interact. Our constituents, if they went to our webpage, would see right away at the very top hot button issues that have been presented either by constituents or by members of the board, so we can get quick reaction from our constituents. After we decided on that, we also went to a boot camp where we got some good information about.
Steve, you're going to have to accelerate.
Okay.
You got a lot here.
All right. So anyway, we went out and we got some bids from a number of different webmasters. Wendy was one of the few who's willing or able to come and make a presentation to us on her proposal, and she's here tonight. So I would like Wendy to do maybe fairly quick.
Wendy, you'll have a minute. Can you do it in a minute?
Sorry, I object to that. Are you serious?
No,
No, because I mean, people have been taking up plenty of time, I think.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so,
It's not really a joking matter either.
right, so I'm Wendy Moore. I've been working with neighborhood councils, businesses, and organizations for the last 10 years. I am a content specialist. I have also a graphic artist, should we decide to use one, a technical developer who makes your site do what we want it to do. I'm currently working with a number of neighborhood councils across the city, including our neighbors, the Porter Ranch Neighborhood Council, Winnetka, North Hollywood Northeast, North Area Neighborhood Development Council downtown, Southwest Department, Westchester, and I've been speaking with this change to anywhere from 6 to 12 other councils. Recently just brought up North Hollywood West Neighborhood Council. As you may know, I've been speaking to members of your board for the last year about how I might be able to assist you before this whole process happened. A lot of the designs that we've done and the work we've done have been custom designs, which is not what we're proposing to do. On one end, we've got the custom design. On the other end, we've got the no design, where we had a council who just wanted to get something done. They didn't want to spend any time on it. We took their logo, we took their pictures, we put it on a template, we colored it, and declared victory and moved on. So what we're proposing to do with you is to do a collaborative process to select a template and to images to make your site popular, shall we say. What we propose is transfer the site to a new host if necessary, work in that collaborative process which I mentioned, configure the template, configure the functionality. There are some positives to the site you have now. It already has some what I would call news teasers where your article is about this long with a picture and some text, as opposed to some sites you get the whole article, and the whole next one, and the whole next one. So news teasers is already compressed up, that's a plus. And take this opportunity opportunity to update some content as well in terms of kind of about the board and the board members. As you know, Bonk came out with a recommendation a couple weeks back on putting a global navigation bar at the top of sites, which yours has that. They also had some content recommendations about how to get on the agenda, how to make it exciting and inviting people. So this is a time to do some of that work as well. So my proposal includes that along with ongoing outreach. So once we get it going, the outreach, the idea is to have the articles on the site focus on what the board does, what your accomplishments are, what your objectives are, whereas now a lot of your content is about the city, which to the untrained eye, great, it's updated, but if you really dig in there, you want to speak about you. So that's what I specialize in. You may have read stuff on the Florida General Council. I've written most of that. So if you want to know what I can write, that's the So the idea is to have specific content, put it on the website, social media, and e-blast it. And training.
Yes, thank you, Wendy. Everybody will be given one opportunity to answer one question. Board, does anybody have a question for the board for Wendy?
I have a question with the 10 names that were submitted, you're on that name, right?
Yes.
So you're able to keep what's there? They didn't ask for the entire web page to be, start from scratch? You were able to work with what's there now?
So your site is currently sitting on the WordPress content management system,
Right.
which allows you to, the whole thing can be picked up and moved somewhere else if necessary, or alternatively, the data, the content is separate from the look and feel. So we can keep the content and apply a new look and feel to it. We might change the menu to work better. But yeah, what we're talking about focusing on ultimately is the look and feel, and then where the content needs to be updated, updating it.
So it was the vendor they had the issue with, not the actual content,
Right.
right? Okay.
Peter, any
No
questions?
question.
Colleen? Debbie?
Thank you.
John? David?
Facebook, Twitter feeds, videos.
Yeah, I would suggest that you pick Facebook or Twitter. You don't need both feeds because you're probably done.
And video
Yeah.
feeds of what we do
Video
here.
feeds if you have a video channel.
Okay, great.
And I would recommend Facebook advertising actually to bump up, we sort of talked about that, to bump up your
I want to come on
likes.
board.
Yeah.
Any questions from the, yes?
Is there any additional fees, or let me put it this way: is it a flat fee-based service that allows the neighborhood council to send out as many email blasts as they want, or is it a fee-based service with a fee for basic services and tiered fees for extra services?
It's an hourly based service, so as I do work, it's by the hour. So because if I make it a flat fee, then they're incented to make me work like a dog, and I'm incented not to do anything. So that's not really a good
So,
incentive.
I guess maybe a more direct question is if they say, oh, we've got an emergency event coming up that we didn't find out about until yesterday, we need to get an email blast out to our stakeholders tomorrow. So how much is that going to cost?
It's an hourly rate of
But I mean, so for example, how long does it take you to do that?
So an e-blast can typically take up to half an hour,
Okay.
depending upon how many elements there are
So
to
do
it
you
to get it
have
in
a
there.
minimum charge of an hour for everything you do, or would you
No.
just charge the 30 minutes?
No.
Okay.
It's, I guess if there was a minimum, it would be more in that 10-minute range because you gotta get going.
Right. That's why I asked the
So not an
specific
hour.
questions. Thank you very much.
And to your point though, because I'm working with a number of councils, I prefer to have one business day's notice when you need something done. Because I might be working on another council or I might be driving a soccer practice. You never know.
Good
How
to
do
know.
you build your time and how do you submit that to the council?
I track it in probably too much detail
There's never too much.
on a spreadsheet or an invoicing, so I can report that out. So I spent time doing agendas and e-blasts and Facebook posts, and so it's in detail on when I did it and when I did.
And that will be submitted to us each month with your invoice?
Yes.
If there are no further questions from the audience, from the state, from the board members, I'm going to call for a vote. Tom Johnson? Yes. Glenn Wilson? Yes. David Uranga?
Yes.
Debbie Penman.
Yes.
John Ma.
Yes.
Freddie Mac. Pat Roscoe.
Yes.
Colleen Pick.
Yes.
Pamela Gentry. Peter Lasky.
Yes.
Stephen Koch.
Yes.
Motion passes. I want to thank the committee for their hard work and for their diligence in getting that done. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Wendy. Item number 13, discussion motion to approve up to $4,900 for the migration services of the new webmaster. Steve, is this your motion?
Yes.
Is it seconded?
Yes.
Colleen seconds. Would it be, who would best of the three of you be able to break this down for the board to understand?
I think basically we're talking about, the reason why we're saying up to is that Wendy's already informed us, she doesn't even know how much it's gonna cost to do the migration. It depends entirely on how much cooperation or lack thereof she gets from our present webmaster. It could either be a very simple, easy thing, in which case it wouldn't cost much, or it could be a major project, a problem, in which case it's going to cost more. So this is kind of reflecting, this amount would reflect if there was considerable problem, which is basically doing a lot of the website.
Excuse me, on that note, Wendy, if there is a problem, what I need first is I need what information you need, any passwords, any codes you need, all right? So what I want to do is I want to preemptively head off any obstructions, and I want to know what they are before we get into the major costs. So with that, Steve, I need to know what you need, what passwords you need, and so then that way I can make sure that information is available to you immediately. So that way I want to avoid any confrontation and any increase in cost. So go ahead.
Okay. Now, an important part of this is that one member of the board is going to be the web gatekeeper. That person will be able to access the web and make changes to it, post things to it, but only that one member of the board. In the event that we have an emergency and she is not available, like we need it done like within 2 hours, and we can't contact her, or she's doing something else because we're not giving her enough lead time. That's an important aspect of that, so we're not saying, well, we can't do anything because
Who is that person that you select?
we haven't selected somebody.
Colleen and Steve, I'm going to leave that up to you guys to come back to us next month with that person. All right. Next.
And one of the other important things is there is going to be some change in both the logo and the format of the main page, and how those hot button issues, that one little section will be a new one, and I think that's going to be very important. That's something that anybody, board member or anybody else who comes up with something, whether it's the gates, it's the whatever it is we want to get reaction from, street racing, whatever it is, we can put it up there and try to have that as a place people are going to go to. Also, we want to make sure that our calendar is a little bit better set up. Right now, there's,
So all this is encompassed of $4,900.
right, and as well as training.
Does everybody have a comfort level on where that $4,900 is going to?
Also, if we don't need all of that, it will still stay with the web page. It will just continue paying for it month to month if there's any.
Good point, month-to-month expense is?
Depends on how we create our website. Per cost roughly is around
$300 to $400.
$400 a month.
Right, and things is, we are planning to, this is not like a 10-year contract. What we're intending, especially since her monthly bill is going to show sort of where the money is going. We intend to do a review and sit down with her after, say, half a year. Things will have settled down, we've gotten into a routine, then we can sort of discuss with her. She can make suggestions on how we can make changes. But for this, the initial transfer, basically, and one other thing to keep in mind is Don comes and tells us, okay, we have 1 week to come up with a new webmaster and get this thing done. We're going to be kind of stuck.
So the discussion of motion is to approve up to $4,900 for the migration services for the new webmaster. Any discussion or any questions of the board? Any discussions or questions of the stakeholders? If there isn't, then I'm going to call for a vote. Tom Johnson? Yes. Glenn Wilson?
Yes.
David Uranga?
Yes.
Debbie Penman?
Yes.
John Ma?
No,
Freddie Mac? Alex Orozco?
Yes.
Colleen Pick?
Yes.
Pamela Gentry? Peter Lasky?
Yes.
Stephen Koch?
yes.
Motion passes. Item number 14, discussion of motion to approve expenditure of $500 for tool storage and supplies.
I request that that be tabled. The meeting that we had, we're pursuing another angle on that.
Any objections to tabling this? It's tabled. All right,
Yeah.
it's approved.
Yeah.
We're going to table it. All right, item 14 is tabled. Motion 15. Motion to approve the transfer of $250 from outreach category 200 to NPG category 400. Glenn, any clarification there?
Number 15, because the previous one on number 10, the 250 will be $500 short if we don't change 750.
All right, so we want to transfer $750 from outreach from category 200?
No, that's an error too. That's from community improvement,
Okay,
300,
so we
not
wanna-
outreach.
So we want to change the value from 250 to 750,
And
correct?
in the outreach, correct,
And then we want to change from category 200 to category 300.
300, right.
Okay.
Now we're in sync.
All right, so that's a motion to approve the transfer of $750 from community improvement category 300 to NPG category 400.
Correct. Now we're on track.
Glenn, is that your motion?
Yeah, that's my motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Dave seconds it. Any discussion from the board? Any discussion or questions from the audience? If there's no discussion, I call for a vote. Tom Johnson, yes. Glenn Wilson,
Yes.
David